Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I moved to Austin about a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and have been loving it ever since. And I came here for a job working in podcast editing and production with the Main Grounds that you probably saw. And
Yeah, I'm looking at your resume. What is the Mating Grounds?
it's a podcast about dating and relationships for men 25 to 35. We have about like 15,000 listeners, and I edit and produce the podcast, and then also help them with advertising and getting sponsors for the show. And yeah, that started in January, and it's kind of slowed down since then. After the book came out, they've done less podcasts and done less, and I've been like less involved. So I've just been looking for other jobs, and Whole Foods was at the top of my list.
Hmm. And what makes you want to work for us? Why are you looking for, how did you find out about this?
Yeah, it's just it's a I mean it's a great company, and I just went on your website and looked to see if you were hiring. It's something that a couple people that I know pretty closely said I should take a look at and work there because it's just a great company. There's a lot of growth opportunities. You can move up, and I love the food as well. So I thought it'd be a good place to work for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what exactly did you say happened at your last job? Like why did you leave there?
Yeah, so it was slowing down, right? So I work for like 3 people, and they all have different projects going on, and the podcast was a project that they were kind of devoting less and less time to, and they were less interested, and they all
So
kind of
they
split.
were like freelancers doing their own projects, like they had clients or.
A little bit, yeah, yeah. I guess I was, yeah. I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. Yeah, they were freelancers, and they just came together on this project, and then went their separate. And they haven't gone their separate ways, but they've all kind of been less engaged and slowed down since the book came out in September, and I've just kind of put the deadline at December and decided to look for more work.
Okay. So, what do you want to do in sales? Like, what's your experience in sales?
So this wouldn't be a Whole Foods question.
Well, this is still the interview.
Okay. So yeah, I most recently I sold advertising for our sponsors, and I from like A to Z, from like finding good sponsors and pitching them, and finding how to contact them, to pitching them, running through the whole deal, and answering any questions, to closing it, and then making sure the payment went through and the ads were delivered. I did all that for the sponsors we had. And then in the past, I've also worked kind of in partnerships and recruiting companies to join our nonprofit, and that was in New York. I did that, and then also sales for a small boot camp that we did for students. So yeah, and then I also volunteer at the Hideout, selling tickets to improv shows and kind of recommending people. Recommending shows to people and pointing them in the right direction in terms of what they should see or what the improv is about.
Now, can you hold on 1 second? I want to get a shot of you talking to me from this
Sure.
angle.